Hi, and welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, your daily cryptocurrency blockchain aggregated news show on YouTube. Look, it's going to be drinking. Look, it's going to be smoking. Look, it's going to be swearing. Look, you've been warned. So look, here I come in 3. Look, 2. Look, 1. Bang! Welcome everybody. Black, white, gay, straight, Christian, Muslim, Jew. My name's Shomari Clarke. Welcome to Cryptocurrency Blockchain News, the greatest show on earth. The greatest show in the multiverse. Yes, greatest show in the multiverse. And we have a great show for you today. Bah! Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We have a great show for you today. So, first of all, I hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving, for Americans who celebrate it. And for the rest of you miscreants out there, well, I just hope you had a good day. All right, so let's check out the stories. Okay, so Stellar Lumens. Stellar is going to enable African cross-border payments. Yes. So we're going to talk about that. And then China, BSN adds more crypto. So you guys know about the Chinese Internet of Blockchain things. So they added more cryptos to it. And we're going to tell you who those are. Fingers crossed. Maybe it's something you own. And then we're going to talk about, and this is what I've been talking about. And and I'm going to show you why this is such good news. The U.S. intelligence chief is concerned about Chinese crypto dominance. Bang! And I'm going to show you about that and why that is amazing for crypto in terms of us getting our regulations and whatnot that we finally need. So and then we're going to do the shout outs and daily summaries. So let's begin how we begin. Bang! Yes. Bang! Yes. Let's refresh. Look, it's a bloodbath. Actually, you can't see the bloodbath, but it was quite the bloodbath. Look. So, times like this, bye. If you missed, so last weekend, right, everything flew, right? We were flying over the weekend, right? And so if you were sitting there saying to yourself, oh, fuck, man, I wish I'd bought more of blah, 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 blah coin. Wow. Buy those dips because blah, 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 blah coin is a lot cheaper today than it was yesterday. And you might not see that these prices again. So buy these dips. All right, so use these as an opportunity to pad that portfolio. Pad it nicely. All right, look. Let's get down to business how we get down. Look. All right, price of Bitcoin. $17,281. Fuck. Holy smokes. When I left you yesterday, we're at 18,177. Look. So we've gone down. What is this? Well, let me do the math. $996. $996. Bang. Fuck, another almost 1,000-day down. Look, but like I showed you yesterday, right? At the beginning of the month, we were at, hold on, let me just do that again. Let me just look again. All right, at the beginning of the month, this month, October, we were at, all right, let's go right here. October 3rd, Bitcoin was at 13,700. So, we're looking at, pretty much about $3,000, still $3,000 up in the past 27 days, right? 24 days. So keep it all in perspective. We're still on an uptrend. So look, top 10 of the day, brothers, sisters. Oh, hold on. So, and I'll put it that way. So you can see that what's happened in the market today is, well, not today, but over the past couple of days is, you see that we blasted last weekend. Everything rose. Small caps, large caps, all of them. Shit coins, it didn't matter. Everything rose. But you could see that, well, I mean, I don't know if we're done with this little retracement that we're in right now, but right, Bitcoin and Ethereum are still, and look at these XRP still at 55, right? So you went up, but you made a higher high, but a lower low, right? I mean, we'll see. Maybe tonight once I'm done this, bang, we go way down, but I guess what I'm trying to say is some of these things erased their gains of last weekend, and some of them are holding some gains, right? All right, whatever, man. Just, I don't know. I don't even know why I brought that up. All right, look. Top 10 the day, brothers and sisters. Top 10, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Tether, Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, Litecoin, Cardano, Polkadot, and Binance Coin. Market moves of the day. Single digits up, single digits down. And so, like, look, right? Like, excuse me, Bitcoin is still at 17. Fucking Ethereum's at 5 and 24 still. Remember, what was it, like 2 weeks ago? I was like, wow, Ethereum's at almost 400, right? Yeah, well, so it's still up there. Look at XRP. Broke the 30 cent sort of barrier that it was in for, I don't know, a couple of years. Last year and this year, and it's up to 55 right now. So, you know, use these blood red days. I guess another thing I'm saying is use these blood red days to buy these dips, right? Because the next pulse, the next surge is going to push stuff even higher. And then when it retraces, that retrace will be higher than the price is now. You get it? All right. I'm just trying to motivate you. Trying to motivate you to, rock and roll. I mean, like I said, if there was something last weekend while we were watching everything fly and you were sitting there saying to yourself like, oh man, I wish I had bought more blah, 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 or more than blah, blah, blah. Well, now's your chance to buy blah, blah, blah. Now's your chance to go buy it. All right. Single digits up, single digits down. Single digits up, single digits down. Single digits up, single digits down. Look at that urine. 23 thou. Single digits up, single digits down. Single digits up, single digits down. 2 single digits up, 2 single digits down. All right. Let's see who lost money today. You see anything in here you like, go get it because it is on sale. All right. Actually, the sales looked way better earlier. Things were down like 25% and all that. All right. Top 10 losers, ABBC Coin, Crypto.com Coin, Bitcoin SV, Litecoin, Hedge Trade, Sia Coin, Cosmos, Quant, EOS, and Ontology. Let's see who made money today. Whoops. 1 second, guys. Let's see who made money today, guys. Bang! Oh, actually, these are some decent gains. All right. Top 10 gainers. Sushi Swap, Aave, Urine Finance, Waves, Kusama, Reserve Rights, Synthetics, Stellar, Nano, and Blockstack. All right. Let's see what total market cap is. Total market cap of the market is. All right. As suspected, we've gone down. All right. $516.7 billion is our total market cap right now. When I left you yesterday, we were at 539.0. 539 exactly. So we have gone down $23 billion. Around there. All right, let's see what the volume is. All right. All right, 24-hour volume is $263.5 billion. When I left you yesterday, we were at $229.1 billion, so we've gone up. What's this? $34.4 billion. All right. Look, and those, obviously the volume, 34.4 billion. Yeah, well, those people came in and obviously were selling, right? Look, anyway, that's all right. Weekends. We'll deal with those fucksticks later. Bang! Oh, and I should mention this. To tell you the truth, right now, I was sitting there, I'm just contemplating the markets and stuff, my portfolio. Right now, like I told you, and like we've been noticing, with all these banks coming online and new investment vehicles and stuff coming online, that they're all geared around Bitcoin, right? Everything is Bitcoin, 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 right? And so, I already mentioned this. As Bitcoin goes up, it drags the market up. When it goes down, well, you can see everything just went down yesterday, right? But in terms of my portfolio, I'm going to separate. I have it in my mind already separated, but now it's different. Now it's more solid. My Bitcoin and Ethereum, so my large caps, I guess also the 2 commodities I own, I'm separating those from all my small caps. The VeChain, IOTA, Stellars, blah, 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 all the rest of them. chain link, all of it, right? In that, I mean, I've said this already, but I just want to say it again, right, real quick. Just, everything is made for Bitcoin, and so it's Bitcoin's price that is going to move, and Ethereum's are going to move first and drag everything with it, right? But what I'm trying to say, I guess what I want to say is, don't worry about the price of your small caps right now. When smart money gets here, as long as whatever you're invested in, that small cap, that distributed ledger technology provider is generating revenue. Wow. Don't worry. It's going to fly. All right. I just wanted to say that. I don't know. So I'm separating my portfolio in two sections. There's the Bitcoin and Ethereum, which I expect to jump off. I mean, like, it's already begun and be really flying by next year and just beyond, right? And then there's the rest of these, which over time they will fly, right? But later, because, no one can come by them yet and stuff like that. You know what I mean? All right, let's just move on. All right. Bang. But that's how I have it segregated in my mind now. I'm no longer looking at, sort of being so concerned about, how much is my VeChain now or something, right? Like, that's down the road. That's next year shit, at best. All right, anyways. Fintech integrates Stellar Lumens to enable cross-border payments in Africa. And so, the CEO, well, he's not the CEO anymore, but Jed McCaleb, the guy who used to be the CEO of Stellar, he still works there. But, that was his whole thing, this whole, wanting to help the unbanked and all this stuff and moving over there to Africa. And so, he's really making some moves. This is cross-border payment remittance stuff. I really don't care about this kind of stuff. To me, this is not impressive, but I mean, it is something. And, but what impresses me especially is that Akon thing, right? The whole Akon city is going to be run on Stellar. So, they're making moves over there in Africa. And, so they've got 3 money operators here. So we're going to read about them. And good for Stellar. All right, 1 second. All right, let's check it out. The Stellar Development Foundation, SDF, has announced an integration with Fintech ClickPesa to bring easy cross-border payments to consumers in Africa. The Fintech operates as an anchor in the Stellar Lumens blockchain using the SCP-24 standard transaction flow. ClickPesa is a company created by 2 Stellar Lumens developers, Rick Grutheisen and Richard Lema. The Fintech is a platform that offers business-to-business payment services, payment management, payment collection automation, currency exchange, among others. According to the SDF, ClickPesa offers its users a clean interface and is aimed at making the process of running a small or medium-sized business in Africa much easier. Therefore, ClickPesa gives its users the ability to create a portal account that connects to their bank accounts or allows them to create one after completing a Know Your Customer process. The SDF adds, seeing an opportunity to reduce the friction inherent in intra-Africa cross-border payments and P2P payments activity, ClickPesa also serves as an anchor on the Stellar network and provides on-off ramps to the banking systems of Tanzania, Kenya, and Rwanda, facilitating payments from Europe to Africa with Stellar Lumens. So Fintech has been operating mainly in Tanzania for 7 years, but will expand its operations to Kenya and Rwanda. In the region, a large part of the population is outside the financial system. This is due to distances between banks located in larger cities and the cost of maintaining a bank account. It is estimated about 30 million of Tanzania's 56 million people have access to a smartphone. In comparison, only 5 million have a bank account. Right. So, in Africa, we talked about this here before. In Africa, a lot of these people, they just don't have much money, and like the story just said here, if you live in some small little town, like there's no banking there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, a bank's not going to open a branch. I mean, here in America, we've got banking deserts, man, and this is America. There's whole towns and shit with no banks in them, right? And so then this is America. So imagine what it's like in Africa, right? Here in America, Google American banking deserts. Oh, yeah. You want to see something else crazy? Google American food deserts. Yeah, there's places with no grocery stores. Yeah, you can't buy food. Like, you got to travel outside your city, or sorry, your town. Every city has food, but your town or whatever part of the, maybe you're in a part of the city that is just shit. So they don't open stores there for you. So you got to travel across the city to go get your food. Google America banking deserts and Google America food deserts. And fuck it, while you're at it, Google America broadband deserts. Yeah, do you know that there are places here in America, yeah, little towns and shit in America where they use dial-up modems? If you're a young kid, you probably don't even know what a modem is. Yeah, they use dial-up still. Yeah, Google that. Broadband deserts, America. Oh, you'd be surprised what kind of deserts America's got. But anyways, and so, yeah, that's why you got to call in Stellar here and, you know, help out these poor American fucking vagabonds here. Look, these daggone miscreants here. It's sad, right? You think America, oh, it's so powerful, so rich, so this, that. Yeah, the cities are. Once you leave the cities of America, the people are, and just the services and everything out there are, all right, so that's an example of, you know, just, oh, yeah, and so that's why I was telling you that. And so a lot of people, so it brought up here that a lot of the people are unbanked, but a lot of them have their smartphones. And that's what people, we read about it here. You know, in Africa, people put their money in their phones as phone minutes. And you can actually spend your phone minutes. Did you know that? Like, you can go to a restaurant and boop, scan your phone minutes. It'll take the money out of your phone minutes to pay for your meal. Yeah, that's how they do it in Africa. A lot of African places. We read that. What did we read that about? Right, just the other day we were reading that. Oh, about the Akon city. Right. Oh, that was about Akon. Oh, and Stellar. Right. In that it's normal for them over there just to keep their money on their phone because they don't have much money. You know what I mean? They're not. A lot of these people, you know, they don't have much, so they just leave it on their phone. All right, so, okay, so therefore, ClickMesa wants to empower consumers in East Africa by allowing them to use the internet to access financial services. This way, ClickMesa users will be able to benefit from the integration with the Stellar Lumens payment network through 3 money operators in East Africa: Tigo, Vodacom, M-Pesa, and Airtel. In cooperation with these companies, ClickMesa has enabled cross-border transactions, and its users can receive payments directly from a bank account in Europe to an account in Tanzania. And so, you know, that's the difference. In Africa, you have your mobile phone and stuff like that, but for payments and stuff. But I guess what they're saying here is, you know, like you couldn't, you know, I can't send money to Europe through it. And so I guess what they're saying is with this new integration, someone, say you have a family member in Europe, can send money, can remit money back to the home country, so back to Tanzania, straight from a bank account, right? You know, so that's remittance, right? You know, those of us whose parents came from third world countries, we send money back home. I'm Jamaican, you guys know that. And every year my family sends clothing and money and shit back to Jamaica, right? It's kind of a tradition. You have to, kind of a way, or else people wonder what the hell. And it's, I'm assuming it's the same in Africa and in other third world countries. And so this is going to allow easier acceptance of that money. So in addition to the integration of Stellar Lumens with the referral money operators, Click is in the process of obtaining cooperation with a bank that has operations in 36 countries. The SDF reported. Therefore, its services could be expanded in the near future. All right, could be expanded, but we know that it's going to 3 countries. So 3 countries using 3. So they're going to go to East Africa using Tigo, Vodacom, and Airtel on the Stellar network. And And what were the countries? Hold on. Tanzania, Kenya, and something else, right? Anyways, Tanzania, Kenya, and Rwanda. All right, so bang, right? So if you're a Lumen hodler, bang. If you're a Stellar hodler, I mean, Lumen hodler, whatever. Yeah, man, it looks like they're doing what they wanted to do in Africa. This is what Jed McCaleb said he wanted to do. He wanted to do all this payment stuff for Africans to help the Africans, and all right, he's doing it. He's helping this company with cross-border payments, and fuck, he's helping Akon build a whole daggone city. So, bye. If you're a Stellar hodler, there you go. All right, let's move on. But what's this? Blockchain infrastructure firm BSN adds Polkadot, Oasis, and Bityuan to the network. All right, I got to move my head for this one. All right, so for those of you who've been around, you obviously know what the BSN is. For those of you who haven't, if you're new here, well, BSN is China's Blockchain Services Network, BSN. And what the Blockchain Services Network is, they're calling it a Internet of Blockchains. And what it is it's just that. You can go on this thing and build yourself smart contracts, and you can use parts of each blockchain. So for instance, Chainlink is part of this thing. So you could build an Ethereum smart contract and integrate it with Chainlink, price feeds if you want, right? All through one thing the developers have to use, right? One portal, right? Very ease of use. And a distributed app. You want to write a distributed app or something. Okay, you could use the speed of EOS with the security of blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't really exactly, but you get to use the functionalities of all these blockchains to build whatever it is you want to build. And the thing about this thing is that it's super cheap. It's super cheap to use. So to build your own blockchain in China costs about 14 grand. Well, this thing lets you build your blockchain and use it for about $14 a month. And so, so if you're a small and medium-sized enterprise, you don't have a big IT department, you're not like fucking, Ford and all these guys. They can afford to, they've got an IT department, deploying blockchain, in all their subsidiaries around the world and stuff like that. No. If you're a smaller, medium-sized enterprise, an SME, small or medium-sized enterprise, wow, this fucking BSN thing is just for you. Just for you. You can afford a blockchain for your little company if you want. At $14 a month, I mean, you should be. If you can't afford that, well, your company's probably not doing so good. And anyways, though, but seriously, and so, that is serious, actually. But, and so that's one part of it. And so there's another part of this BSN thing. It's a two-part system. So there's BSN International, and then there's BSN China. So the international version, anyone in the world can use it. Anyone. You could log in right now, wherever you're listening to me right now, and look at it and use it. Yeah, anyone can. And you can use any single feature, anything you want on that blockchain. I mean, on the BSN. Any blockchain you want, any service, anything. And then the BSN China version is, they're giving the Chinese, it's the same sort of functionality, but they still sort of censor some things, or kind of, they're not giving them what everybody, so if you're a German, yeah, you can use anything you want. If you're Chinese, well, it's limited. China only limits you to certain stuff or whatever, but I mean, it's enough to do what you need to do. You know what I mean? I mean, don't worry, they're not limiting their citizens, obviously. Xi Jinping's in it to win it, and he wants his corporations to win it, and so he's not limiting them in a bad way, but it is limited compared to what someone in America or Germany or Europe or whatever could use. All right, so that's pretty much it. And it's a blockchain of blockchains, it's a internet of blockchains. And so, there's tons of blockchains part of this thing. EOS, Chainlink, I don't even remember all the names. IOST is part of it. fuck, just a whole bunch of them. A whole bunch. If your blockchain is working, it's probably part of this thing, right? Yeah. All right, so let me get a sip and then we'll check it out. All right. Chinese blockchain infrastructure provider, blockchain-based service network, has integrated cross-chain protocol Polkadot. So Polkadot is now part of this. Cloud computing startup Oasis and China-based public chain project Bityuan into the network. So the additions are part of BSN's effort to bring a variety of blockchain projects under one standardized development environment within its own technical framework. So you see how it is? It's one, you just go here and you can use all the functionality of all these blockchains. So if you want to build a distributed app, like you can use any of these blockchains you want and program your thing, right? Same with smart contracts. Okay, so let's just move on. So it also aims to provide data processing and storage services to the in-network projects. This is just the latest sign of China's ambitions to become a blockchain superpower. And I'm about to read you something why our U.S. intelligence agencies, yes, are fucking coming up and saying it. I told you guys. I told you that was going on. Last year I told you. All right, watch. We're going to preach. We're going to preach when we get there. Security issue. So they want to be a blockchain superpower. And you know they also want to be an artificial intelligence superpower. You know right now that China and America are in what's called the AI wars. Yeah, Google AI wars. Yeah, China and America. We're in AI wars right now to lead the world in AI. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a fucking war. Oh, yeah. All right. So, all right. Let's get real. All right, so let's start over again. This is the latest sign of China's ambitions to become a blockchain superpower by creating an infrastructure that is used by projects and developers worldwide. See, it's worldwide. And that is smart about China. You know, they're building this mega monolith thing right here, right? And so, you know, you're going to have German companies, France companies, you know, well, let's just say, you know, European, British, American, South American, Middle Eastern, whatever companies building stuff on this thing because it's so dirt cheap and it's easy access. You have access to everything right there in one interface. You know what I mean? I think it's quite genius. I mean, look, Xi Jinping and those boys over there, the Communist Party, they're no fools. they're no fools. That's how you rule a country of 1.3 million people and still hold on to power. Because they're no fools. All right. So the state-sanctioned network, which aims to be the internet of blockchains, launched the global version of its network in July, allowing developers to access public chains to build or operate their decentralized applications. BSN later announced it would make 24 public blockchains permissioned and add them to its domestic version. To its domestic version in China by the end of. Oh, okay, so cool. So I see what they're doing. So they're going to permission up 24 of them. So, you know, obviously these are public permissionless blockchains that we're invested in, right? Anyone can just use it. But they're going to permission up 24 of them so that, right? Because here for the domestic version, right? So I told you there's the international version of this thing, BSN, and then there's the Chinese version. And the Chinese, they're not down with this just let anyone just log on and do what they want shit. They want it permissioned so they can know who the hell's doing what, right? But, whatever. We anticipate Polkadot to be used by developers across the world to build and run innovative protocols and applications, said Bjorn Wagner, co-founder of Parity Technologies behind Polkadot. The BSN integration will support developers on that journey by enabling them to seamlessly connect to the public chain. While Polkadot helps connect both public and permissioned chains with each other on its protocol. Oh, it does? Actually, I didn't know what Polkadot did. That's what's necessary. That's what's necessary. You need to be able to integrate, to let public and permissioned ones talk in the future, obviously. While Polkadot helps connect both public and permission chains with each other on its protocol, it is set to join BSN's open Polkadot sounds, that's hardcore. That's what's necessary. That's what's going to be necessary. You might have IBM's Hyperledger, which is permissioned, and you want, in your, your accounting department, but you wanted to access, some feed on a public chain. Okay, so Polkadot helps with that. All right. I didn't know what those boys did. All right. I got to tell you, like, my portfolio is pretty much set, so I don't really go looking at what new projects they're really doing. Unless you guys sort of mention it, like, Shomari, did you see this or that? I don't really care anymore about new stuff coming out yet. I'm just working with the portfolio I have right now. I'm happy with it, just accumulating in it, and I'm just going to ride that to the tsunami pretty much. I'm not really interested in adding anymore. I mean, unless something is so fucking amazing, like just daggone, I got to do it. All right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've been doing this for a few years now. Your portfolio, if you've been watching this channel, you should pretty much have it set. You should pretty much know what you have. And just be accumulating it, right? You shouldn't be still running around fishing for new stuff so much. Anyways, not my subscribers. Look, services in the Chinese market are heavily scrutinized by... Oh, okay, sorry. Let's start. While Polkadot helps connect both public and permission chains with each other on its protocol, it is set to join BSN's open permissioned blockchain initiative to provide blockchain services in the Chinese market where decentralized public chains are heavily scrutinized by its government. So, yeah, China wants it all permissioned. Yeah, they want to know what people are doing. Not surprising. it's the Chinese Communist Party. They want to know what everyone's doing. Duh. BSN will integrate Substrate, which is a native framework used to create DApps in the Polkadot ecosystem, as a standard permissioned framework for developers to deploy and operate private chains on BSN. Yifan He, executive director of BSN development, told CoinDesk. So DApp developers on BSN will also have access to the Oasis network, which claims to help developers build private and scalable decentralized finance applications. Private ones. Okay, so I see. Okay, so they're introducing the privacy, what China's doing by using Oasis and Polkadot here. They're using it for their permissioned aspects, right? Right, to build, private blockchains. Permissioned. All right, so the Oasis Network's privacy features can also create a new type of digital asset called tokenized data that allows users to take control of their data and earn rewards for staking it. So-and-so said. Founded in 2018, Oasis has raised over $46 million via a private token sale in the same year. Among its backers are its lead investor, Andreessen Horowitz, A16Z Crypto Fund, Binance, Polychain, Pantera, and Electric Capital. BSN will also be integrating Bityuan, which aims to provide blockchain solutions to companies in China. I'm seeing commercial use cases built on the Bityuan framework are surging in China recently, he said. He said. I believe this integration, BSN, will get developers around the world to be excited about building DApps that are enterprise-based and commercial-oriented. Yes. Bang! So look. All right, Polkadot hodlers. I think some of you guys said you had Polkadot, a couple of you. Talked to me about Polkadot before, and so there it is. It's part of the blockchain, the Chinese, the big mega. Let me move my head over before I forget. It's part of the big mega blockchain services network that Xi Jinping's rolling out. Him and the boys in the CCP, the Communist Party of China. And bye. Yeah, man. Yeah. This is a big, big, big deal. I mean, like I said, and and then see the features that they have right there. So that's what's interesting too. Like I said, like most companies obviously aren't going to want to use this public blockchain stuff. Companies don't want other, their competitors to kind of see what they're doing or whatever, right? And so, I mean, not that they're going to get to look inside what's going on, but just, companies want to control their own data. You know what I mean? Control all that. They don't want people just, snooping around, right? If you kind of want to look at it that way. And so it's good that they're adding these privacy features and the permissioned features so that you're now going to have private blockchains, permissioned blockchains, which more corporations obviously are going to feel more comfortable with, knowing that my data is within my organization and my organization only. Someone can't go to some block viewer and, I don't know, kind of look at what I'm doing or something. I don't know what, but just, still want people snooping around and stuff like that. And so, great news. All right, so let's move on. And why this is so important is because shit like this, bang! U.S. intelligence chief concerned about the Chinese dominance of cryptocurrency. Now, look. What have I been telling you here since last year? Right? Last year, we said, thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, thank you, Mark Zuckerberg. Because he scared the shit out of them. Well, Congress here in America and around the world. If you're in an English-speaking country, oh, yeah. The buttholes of your politicians tightened up, too. When they heard that. That's what these Spanish people say. When they get scared, they say, oh, your butt tightens. Oh, yeah, the butt tightened hard. When they heard that Zuck was coming out with a buck. Oh, shit. His own money. But, and then we also say, thank you, Xi Jinping, thank you, Xi Jinping, thank you, Xi Jinping. Because, look, when he said, look, we're blockchaining up. Bag on. That pucker got tight. Oh, yes. That got tight. All our politicians were like, what the fuck? So, and I want to break it down to you like this. Before Mark Zuckerberg and Xi Jinping, our politicians didn't give two fucks about any of this crypto crap. A bunch of kids with green hair and nose rings. Fuck them. Let them play with their little digital blah, blah, blah. No. But once Mark Zuckerberg announced Libra, look, they understood the true ramifications. This kid's going to create a whole fucking money. He's got billions of users. What could happen? All right, no one knows. Obviously, no one knows. I'm excited to see it get launched and see what does happen, actually. I'll tell you the truth. Whether you like Mark Zuckerberg or not, that's up to you. I'm not making a judgment on him. Or Facebook. Whether you like Facebook or not, it's up to you. I don't really care. But, I don't care about Facebook or Zuckerberg, but I am interested to see what's going to happen with this Libra thing. But back to this thing though. Yeah, but that once Zuckerberg said that focused their eyes on all this wannabe money stuff, right? The cryptoverse is two parts. Wannabe money, Zcash, Monero, Dash, all the stablecoin stuff, privately issued money type crap. And then distributed ledger technology providers. Your VeChains, your Cardanos, your Stellars, your IOTAs, all the rest of these guys that are actually providing services to governments and industries and organizations around the world, right? So they're more just tech companies. They're just regular tech companies. Their tech is called a blockchain, and they can deploy it for you if you so choose, right? And that's what the beauty of what happened last year was. Mark Zuckerberg focused them on the money part, this sort of, I guess you could call it sort of self-sovereign money. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something, but just privately issued money. And I guess it's not self-sovereign because that would be each person doing their own money. So yeah, privately issued money, corporate money, I guess you could call it. And then Xi Jinping focused them on blockchain, the power of the blockchain. And like I told you last year, what was beautiful about Xi Jinping saying that is, well, now that he's going to blockchain up all of China, well, That's a security risk for us in America. Well, for the world, right? It gives China a strategic advantage, right? If I'm China and I'm all blockchained, well, I know that none of you can hack me, right? You can't look into what my military is doing. You can't look into what my intelligence services are doing. You can't mess with my State Department. You can't mess with anything. We're blockchained up. Meanwhile, we here in America and the rest of the world, we're on legacy systems. Shit, systems that 14-year-old kids can hack. Wow. That's definitely a security risk, isn't it? And, well, like that's what I've been telling you. And so we're going to read this. I told you, behind the scenes, you know that the NSA and those guys are talking to, the Senate committees and saying, listen, guys, China this, China that with blockchain. We need to get on the ball with this. And so now it's not behind the scenes anymore. This is a real letter. And we're going to read what our Intel chief says about this. So let's check it out. It's a short story, but I want you to get it, right? It's like I told you. And so what's the importance, Shomari? So the importance of this is going to drive our legislation. This is going to, the Zuckerberg and Xi Jinping thing started the ball rolling, but now it's going to become, priority. You know what I mean? Not just, we'll get around to the Zuckerberg thing when we get around to it. No, this is priority. We'll get around to the blockchain shit when we get around to it. No, this is now priority. And so, will be priority. I mean, in the next administration. Obviously, nothing is going to happen between now and then. So just, but in the next administration, I am assuming that, over next year, especially if China comes out with their CBDC, we're going to hear a lot of blockchain and crypto talk coming out of Congress. I hope so. I mean, if America's smart, that's what has to happen. All right, so let's just read this. So the DNI, the U.S. Director of National Intelligence, John Ratcliffe, wrote a letter to U.S. SEC Chairman Jay Clayton earlier this month about concerns pertaining to the Chinese influence over cryptocurrencies. According to a report from the Washington Examiner, Ratcliffe even offered to have the senior economic intelligence officials brief Clayton on the matter. And you see what I'm saying? This guy, he was even going to send senior economic intels, Jay Clayton. So that's that motherfucker at the SEC who keeps turning down the ETFs, right? Him and his crew. Him and his band of merry fucks. But you see how important it is? They're like, look, we'll even send you our economic intel boys to tell you about this. We need fucking regs, homeboy. Anyways, that moron, he's about to leave. Jay Clayton, he's about to leave anyway. We're going to get a new person with this new administration. And this administration is a professional administration, as you can see by Biden's hires, who he's hired to handle our national security. Yeah, professionals. Not just a bunch of fucking people that are your buddies. You make them in charge of the military. No, these are actual professional people. And so, well, these kind of people are going to actually listen to our intel folks and take action, right? So for now, the SEC has not commented about the development following the official's request. So the letter in question seems to imply that the SEC should implement rules that help U.S.-owned cryptocurrency companies to compete against those based in and controlled by China. Yeah, they're afraid of the Chinese blockchain stuff. I mean, it's understandable. Especially since the Examiner learned that the letter was attached with another letter that Senator Tom Cotton, an Arkansas Republican, sent Clayton. Everybody knows Tom Cotton. He looks like a little 12-year-old boy. According to the report, Senator Cotton's first letter to Clayton asserted that there was a need for the SEC to develop a clearer articulation of policy and ultimately formal commission guidance addressing. In other words, what we've been waiting for. What are these? Come out with the rules and the regs. Are these commodities? Are these securities? Are these property? Are these currencies? What? A combination of a few, a both, or something, a few of these. So, and that's what they're telling them. So now we're seeing what's beautiful about that. We can see the pressure now being put on the SEC to fucking regulate this fucking space. I mean, that's what we've been talking about on this channel for 3 daggone years, right? And this guy, Jay Clayton's just been with his thumb up his ass doing nothing, right? Not regulating, not allowing ETFs, just, we're not allowing ETFs for manipulation. All right, well, make some regulations to stop manipulation, you fuckstick. You are the regulator. It's like a cop saying, well, I don't want to allow people to drive cars because then me and my cop buddies are going to have to hand out parking tickets. Like, you know what I mean? You don't stop the cars because you got to hand out the tickets. If something happens, all right, well, hand out the ticket, fucker. You're the cop. You don't say, well, now none of you can drive. We don't want to hand out tickets. Right? It's basically what he's doing, like, oh, we don't want to give you guys an ETF or else there might be market manipulation. We might actually have to do some work and arrest somebody. You fuckstick. That's your job. You get it? It's ridiculous. Oh, no one can drive. We don't want to hand out tickets. Dickhead, we hire you to hand out tickets. That's exactly what we hire you to do. You fucking moron. Get to work. So anyways, look. I know, he pisses me off though, man. I mean, we've talked about the Bitwise thing. 10 price discoveries for an ETF and you're going to say no? Come on, dude. All right, so let's just move on though. All right, let's just start over again here. According to the report, Senator Cotton's first letter to Clayton asserted that there was a need for the SEC to develop a clearer articulation of policy and ultimately formal commission guidance addressing digital currencies, which also hinted that the SEC must help U.S. companies have the chance to lead. Cotton addressed the same topic and that's the truth too. I mean, let's just get real about that. How many times have we read stuff? Some crypto company comes out here in America and then they get in trouble by the SEC, right? It's not that they intended to do anything wrong, but then the SEC goes, oh, you did something wrong. Well, fuckstick, if you gave me the rules to do, I would have just done the rules you have. You're making me guess at whether I'm right or wrong, and I'm getting in trouble for doing something wrong that you didn't say was wrong anyway, yet, right? Put it in regulations, put it in writing, and I won't do that, right? But don't bust me for something you haven't even regulated yet. It's bullshit. I guarantee you next year we're going to be well on our way with competent leadership in this country, actual professionals leading this country, and we'll be well on our way next year. Cotton addressed the same topic in a follow-up letter in July 2020, which he sent to Ratcliffe and the White House National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien. One second. He stated in the letter about how, so far, the commission, the SEC, has concluded that only 2 digital assets should be considered non-securities. Chinese-controlled Bitcoin and Ethereum. And Cotton went on that, right? So, that's the truth. Here in America, I don't give a fuck about Chinese-controlled, but that's all. That's all that's regulated here is Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right? So our banksters and our business guys and all that, they can come get it. Hedge funds, institutions, all that. And that's why I tell you guys, your Bitcoin and Ethereums are going to give you a quick ROR, rate of return, because that's what's about to blast off. Next year, Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to Boom. All that moon talk you motherfuckers say. Boom. That's exactly what's going to happen. But though there are only two that we have here, and these guys, and like what I've been telling you, the politicians are getting pissed here and tell them, look, fucker, you got to regulate the whole space. You know what I mean? Do your job. All right, so Cotton went on to write, the continued lack of regulatory clarity not only hurts U.S. developed digital assets, it puts American national and economic security gravely at risk. Exactly. Lack of clarity. Regulate the whole place. Not just Bitcoin and Ethereum, the whole thing. On November 12th, Trump signed an executive order that prohibited transactions between anyone in the U.S. and companies linked to China's military. At the time, reports speculated whether the executive order could apply to Chinese-linked crypto companies. Yeesh. Moreover, an anonymous source told the Washington Examiner that there were serious national security concerns about China's control over Bitcoin and Ethereum, and worried about China trying to dominate the technologies that are going to decide who runs the world for decades to come. Recently, according to Deutsche Bank's research, the race to issue a CBDC was led by Sweden and China, which started CBDC's pilot projects earlier this year. It also stated that governments played a pivotal role in supporting a digital payments infrastructure, and noted China's active progress in the field. In fact, the bank called on the U.S. to catch up with the CBDC trend. So, there you go. And so why I bring up this? Why I bring it up? Because there it is. Now even our national intelligence, I told you they were doing this already. I mean, I guarantee you they were doing this last year, but now it's even coming out in the open where our intelligence chiefs are talking about the national security issues of this thing, but also of the, being left behind. Just being left behind. You want America left behind? Fuck stick, you know what I mean? Like, we need regulations. And so it's two parts. It's blockchain, which Xi Jinping's deploying. Well, we need to catch up and do that to be on an equal footing, to not be at a strategic disadvantage. And then it's the industry itself in that, look, this is America. We're all about making that money, dog. Let's regulate this place so these little crypto nerds can make money and bring innovation, like a second Silicon Valley, right? That's how it started in America here. Silicon Valley started, and then boom, boom, money just kept flowing in there, and it just grew. And, well, here we are with the internet, and here you are listening to me yap. So I love this because, like I said, the next administration will take this seriously. They're not just a bunch of yahoos and, Trump, he's got, his main advisor is Jared Kushner, his fucking brother-in-law or son-in-law. Like, give me a fucking break. No, the next president is going to have an advisor, a professional motherfucker, some guy who's been in the government, for 40 years and shit. And so who understands the implications of, well, Chinese dominance in a new burgeoning technology like this. We need dominance. I don't mean dominance, but we need to be on par with China, at least with crypto. We need to be on par with China, at least with AI. That's the new thing. The 5G thing is big. So, these are the sort of, they might seem a little esoteric, but your digital infrastructure is just as vital as anything else in this day and age, right? I mean, if I take down your power grid, like, what the fuck? I just, the olden days when I had to drop a nuclear bomb on your country, those days are over. I could just send a bunch of fucking 14-year-old teenagers to knock out your power grid. You know what I mean? Nice and clean. Right? I mean, we're so, the modern day society we live in is so dependent on all of these technologies. I can knock out your GPS systems. Yeah, the planes in the air aren't going to know where the fuck they are. Right? What if I were to knock out, not me. And if you're the FBI or something listening to it, I'm not saying me. Obviously, I'm just a fuckstick in South Beach, just a trader. Just smoking my cigarettes, drinking my drink. But I'm saying, okay, Chinese. Imagine I'm Xi Jinping. Think of the chaos I could, if I was capable of knocking out, the air traffic control system of America, even for 1 hour. Yeah, even 1 hour. It doesn't have to be a whole fucking day. 1 hour. Planes are running out of fuel. They got to land. Well, if there's no one there to tell them what runway to go to, what speed to come in at, yeah, they'll be falling out of the fucking sky. Not only that, but they fly at certain altitudes. Yeah, they'll crash into each other in the middle of the air. Right? I know that sounds fantastical. That sounds like some Hollywood shit, but it's not. That's not. It's entirely possible if you put enough effort into it. If a country so decided to put enough effort into it, it's entirely possible. Remember in, what was it, 2000 and... Remember, I think, Google this. I don't remember the year, okay? So I'm probably wrong about the year, but I think it was 2013 or 14, right? When the whole East Coast of America, the power grid went out. Google that. East Coast power outage. Like East Coast America power outage. Was that the Chinese? Was that the Russians? Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe that was just a test run. Well, let's see if we can take it. Remember, it was the whole Northeast. It wasn't just New York State. It was New York, Massachusetts, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, all over there. These are real issues. These are real issues. And that's the world we live in now, where digital warfare, when you're so dependent, when you're a country like us, so dependent on all the tech we have, doing damage to our digital systems just as effective as knocking out as blowing us up with a nuke. All right. I know I'm harping there, but you guys get it though, right? You see the seriousness of it. All right. I mean, think of the economic damage. I mean, if imagine you're a country like China, you want to fuck with us, you could be like, okay, we'll knock out. We could. I forget the aircraft, the aircraft control thing. That would just kill a lot of people, which would be like a nuclear bomb's worth of death right there. But you could just keep fucking around. Like, all right, we're going to turn off the power in the Northeast for 5 hours. That's a lot of economic damage right there. Oh, we're going to turn off the power in California for however many hours. Enron did it back in the days. The Chinese could do it. So anyways, okay, guys. So just, I'm not sitting here. I'm not anti-Chinese or anything like that. But I'm just saying these are issues. All right. Let's move on. That was a lot of yap. All right, bang. What we got here? Bitcoin Kong. Wow. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang. Pass the turkey. Look. Yes. Bang, bang. Yes. My scope. Yes. All right. What we got here? Oh, there's everybody. Chief Bevizo, the Bevizu. The Pascu Yaki tribe. I saw his Bevizo thing and my brain got twisted right there. Look. V-Chain Masters, V-Chain Holders, V-Chain Killers. Love you, Chief. See you, Chief. Bye. Lorna Downs. Lorna. Love you, Lorna. See you, Lorna. Bye. Hodl Iota. Think Future. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bye. Crippy Geek 2010. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bye. Sunny Bee. Spy Lady. Love you, lady. See you, lady. Bang. Andrew Richeda. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang. Airdropper. Son of a bitch. Look. Bang. 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 Got you wrong, cuz. You son of a bitch. Haha. Love you, brother. See you, brother. No savior. Bang. What do we got? The D-Pact. Karen. Look. Miss Funny Pants. Love you, Karen. See you, Karen. Bang. Bityuan. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang. Sergey. Potapov. Software developer. Rust. Crystal. Ruby. Elm. Vue.js. Angular. Vim. All right, brother. Love you, brother. See you, brother. Bang. That's pretty funny. I didn't understand one word of that. All right, Bityuan. What are you talking about? CB News. Yes, Bityuan. CB News. Swiss digital asset bank Signum launches blockchain alternative to stock exchanges. Oh, are they? Huh. I'm going to read that. All right, well. But a blockchain alternative to stock exchanges. Or do they mean stock exchanges that are they just going to sell stocks on a blockchain? Anyway, we'll see about that. Look, what else we got? That's everybody there. Who's this? Bowing Native Warrior, also part of the Paskuyaki tribe. Look. Let me see, brother. Bah! Hey, William. Let me see, brother. Bang! Creating the right AI strategy to lead your startup to the path of success. Download white paper here. All right. Bang! What's he talking about here? QTech is one of the top-notch blockchain app development companies in the industry. We use blockchain technology to deliver innovative and industry-leading solutions to clients globally. All right. Bah! Good for you. All right, that's everybody. Oh, there's Brawleys. Look, Brawleys. Beautiful Brawleys. Everybody see Brawley. Bang! And finally, Justin Delavina. Let everybody see, brother. Bang. All right, let's get out of here. Let's head back to the command center. Let's head back to the Death Star. Look, back to the Death Star. All right, so we had a great show for you today. I'm surprised, actually. I was like, it's Thanksgiving, man. I wonder how many, and you know what was funny when I do the research, I go through like a whole shit ton of websites. You could see which websites were American because they still had yesterday's stories on them. I was like, oh, fuck, no. But I scraped together something, so that was good. All right, look, we had a great show for you. First story was Stellar Lumens enables Africa cross-border payments, and so that's what Jed McCaleb wants. Jed McCaleb, he ex-CEO of Stellar. He still works there, but they just hired a professional CEO. But that's his vision. This whole unbanked thing, the whole, just helping out Africa. Seems to be his focus, Africa. And so here it is. As you can see from the Akon thing, he's going to be Stellar is, the Akon coin is being built on the Stellar Network. Stellar Network is going to run that whole city, basically, in terms of the payment stuff. Now Stellar is going to be over here with these companies here that are going to do cross-border payments from Europe to Tanzania. What did it say? Europe to Kenya. Wait, what were the companies? Kenya. The companies. Not companies, countries. I always call countries companies because they pretty much are. Pretty much you're just employees of a company called whatever country you live in. But whatever. Anyways, 3 other African countries. And, that's the vision and that's what he wants to do. And so here it is. Here's some onboardings. And so if you're a Stellar hodler, bong! Here comes the vision. It's now coming to be real. Okay, and then China, BSN adds more crypto. So we read they're adding Polkadot. They're adding Oasis. And then that digital yuan thing or something like that. But the Oasis and Polkadot thing looked like they're adding it so that people can use the privacy parts of Polkadot and Oasis. And from the way the article sounded, it sounded like, it's kind of focused towards the Chinese because, China doesn't want their citizens doing it all on the open blockchains like this. They want theirs to be permissioned, right? They want to know what everyone's doing, right? When you permission something, it means I have to log in. Well, once I log in, you can audit what I did and see what I did, right? And so, it's the Chinese Communist Party. You know how they go, the CPC, Chinese Party, Communist Party of China. That's how they roll. They like to know what everyone's doing, keep tabs on everyone. They don't want you talking about democracy or any such nastiness like that. All right. Subversive language like that. And so, and And but this China thing, though, it's amazing. It's mega in that you can be used globally. It's dirt cheap. And small and medium-sized enterprises, just bang. I mean, it's literally $14 a month. I mean, what the hell? I could afford my own blockchain right here if I wanted. So, just thought that's a little update for that. We've been following that here since the beginning of it. So, when it started last year. And so, there's a little update, boys and girls. But, and finally, U.S. Intel chief concerned about China crypto dominance. And so, I just went into a whole long tirade, so I'm not going to kill it again to you. But the beauty about that story is with the actual security concerns and that's going to make Congress act upon this big time. And as you can see, the Intel chief, that's the DNI, right? The director of national intelligence saying this. So, I mean, he's the director of all of our national intelligence, right? And so he's basically telling Congress to wake the fuck up and let's go. Senator Cotton, he wrote that letter to the SEC, to Jay Clayton, saying, look, fuckstick, let's go. Clayton's going to be gone, but he'll be replaced by, someone competent this time. And so, yeah, I expect next year, with all this pressure coming, it's not just from industry. In other words, everybody knows industry wants you to regulate because they want to make money. Yeah, okay, we get it. You guys want us to regulate so you can make money. Yeah, but it's different. This is your national intelligence apparatus now saying, look, fucksticks, it's not just about the money. It's about our national fucking security even. You know what I mean? Like, come on, this is bigger than just a couple little kids out of college tinkering around with a blockchain. This is big. This is, first of all, it's the future. Blockchain is going to be the future, is the future. In fact, and it's already here. The truth is, blockchain's already here. Hyperledger and those guys, they blockchained up, most Fortune 500, I'm sure, have some portion of their company on blockchain already, right? I mean, we're just focused, you and I, we're focused on the stuff we can make the money off of, right? But in truth, the permission stuff, all that private stuff, Hyperledger's murdering that. And other ones, like, what's that other one? What's that, R3 Corda and shit like that? Yeah, they're already out there. So blockchain is a full reality. And in the corporate world, and now it's up to the politicians to, all right, so to what am I trying to say? To address that issue, to address the issue of blockchains being deployed and what it means for our societal infrastructure and stuff like that. The same way we were banning Huawei. We're not using Huawei 5G stuff here in America because it could be, and it probably is, Chinese Communist Party hacked already. So we're not using it here. And so we have to think of it like that. What about blockchain now? Stuff like that. And then also, though, there is the money part of it. Like guys like you and me, ladies and gentlemen, we want to invest in this stuff. And it's actually a viable industry. This industry is real. It's viable. It's creating efficiencies and savings, cost savings and stuff to industries and governments and organizations around the world. And so you have to address that part of it. And so I think next year, once you get this new administration in, and, like I said, like these guys are professionals. The guys that this new guy, what's his name, Biden is putting in, yeah, they're pros. He's not just bringing in Jared Kushner, my fucking son-in-law, to run my fucking government. Like, what the fuck? No, he's bringing in like professional guys, right? And so we're going to be back. America's going to be back. We're going to be professional. And I think next year is going to be great for our portfolios. for this crypto space, and especially with stuff like this, right? It's not just about the money. It's a security issue. When people talk security issue in America, I mean, shit gets real. All right, so that's about it. That's enough yap. Let's chill it and kill it. Let's get you back to your wives and lives. So subscribe below, press the bell. You will get an automatic notification when I do the show. The greatest show on earth. The greatest show. In the multiverse. Look, my name's Shomari Clarke. Live talking money. Bang! Live talking crypto. Bang! It's the favorite time of my day. So thank you for having me in your home. And I will see you tomorrow for another fun and fat crypto-filled day of cryptoness. So until then, subscribe here and press the bell. And give it a thumbs up, too. A like. And then watch that video here. Best in the multiverse. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Look, my name's Shomari Clarke, and I am always on duty. Bye. Yes. See you tomorrow. Over and out.